By the way, this isn't gonna be any like live commentary because this is just random people. I didn't really talk much until closer to the end where I just added them and then we just started talking. But even then, I'm not gonna add it because I can't talk and play at the same time. Alright, I'm not good enough. I was in gamer focus mode. Alright, I was listening to music. I was just vibing, chilling, minding my own business, and forget my aim there. Alright, I'm just like my first game like in a while, alright? So, and these are all random people. We just decided, oh well, I'd join random squads. It was like 11 p.m. at this time. Just like, you know what? I'll just play with randoms. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, what was I already lost track. What were we talking about? That's right, Australian high school. Alright, it's where do I even begin? It's always hot. Alright, Australia's hot all the time. Yeah, so I mean, guess I'll just. By the way, guy's an idiot. Anyway, it's always hot. Like imagine it being summer, right? And in high school, alright, it was more or less alright because if it's like over 45 degrees Celsius, you can translate that to Fahrenheit, whatever, right? But in 45-degree weather, alright, normally we would skip school, like everyone would be, number one, no one would even go. Number two, there would be like a rule kind of. I'm not sure if this was every school, but in my school we had the thing where if it was too hot, you wouldn't go to school. That was in high school. In primary school, we had no such rule. So it'd be sport day or something like that. I don't know if Americans have sport day or anything, but in in America, sorry, I'm a horrible speaker. This is why I do commentary like this so I can get better. Imagine me trying to talk live while also doing this. I'd just be losing the conversation every single 2 seconds. Anyway, it's it's like it's sport day, right? So usually on that day you do like a whole bunch of sports and then you don't do as much learning. You do learn a little bit. Like you have like a couple classes, but it's mainly just the sport, right? That's the highlight of the entire thing. It's sport and you just by the way, very intense situation. Anyway, so it's sport day, right? And it's sport day and if it was like 45 degrees, I remember one day we were doing like I think it was soccer or ball soccer, one of them. Right, we were doing one of them. We were playing one of those sports, right? And then like 40, like okay, we normally do sports somewhere around like 12 p.m., 12 to 2 p.m., which is pretty much the hottest part of the day, almost. All right, it would be absolutely roasting, and we would have to sit there and play sports outside. There's no aircon, no inside, nothing. Okay? We have to sit there outside playing sport. I don't know if this was every primary school, but in my primary school, they didn't care. They didn't care about us. The teachers just would be sitting inside the aircon, and then they'd just sit there, watch us, and laugh. That's pretty much it. It sounds cruel, and it was. It was alright. The teachers. That's right. I remember you, Mrs. Jones. No, yeah, that's not accurate. But goodness, I did not like the mother. I mean, in high school it was more or less alright because we ignore my aim. Please ignore my aim. Do not focus on my aim, please. But where I was one of those kids that like didn't study as much, but like got really good grades somehow, right? But I was a menace back in the day. Like if I were to talk to myself back then, now, bro, I wouldn't even recognize myself. Okay, enough about. You know what? Wait, you guys did click on this video, so I guess you get to hear me complain about me, right? I mean, back in school, I was like pretty athletic. I was, I mean, used to do swimming and stuff like that, and like kickboxing stuff. So I mean, I was pretty athletic. I was skinny. I was yeah, it's saying that as if I'm not skinny now. I'm a skinny white kid, and so I used to do a lot of swimming. I was pretty decent at it, I would say. I got like the state champions or whatever, and it's just like I mean, so in Australia, if you do swimming, you have a very strong swimming program. Like it's strong. Like if you do like I would say it's like good as I've never been to America, but I would assume that like it would be as good as America, or maybe even slightly better. I'm just biased, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about who has better swim schools, but I know that Australia has really, really good swim schools. Because number one, we have a lot of beaches, so you need to learn how to swim. And number two, swimming. Australia is just good with swimming in general. Like, take a look at the Olympics. Like, other than Michael Phelps, like Australia does pretty well. But one of the biggest rules that I hated. All right, all of my Australians can agree with me on this. No hat, no play. All right, you went outside and you didn't have a hat, like during recess and lunch, it is for you, but during recess and lunch, primary school, which is kindergarten to year six, research that yourself, but like we had a kindergarten, year one, year two, year three, year four, year five, year six. Same thing as we say year, not grade. We just say year one, year two, grade one. We just say year. But so no hat, no play. But when you're on break, right, during recess or lunch, whatever, right? If you wanted to go outside at all, just at all, like if you wanted to, go on the grass, go on, the basketball area, or like whatever, right? You needed a hat, right? Most dumb rule. Ignore my aim, please. I'm trying. But no, like the dumbest rule in the entire school, like was no hat, no play. Like even if it's winter, no hat, you're not allowed to go outside. Like you have to stay indoors like a loser. Like it was horrible. Like I did stay inside sometimes when it's like 45 degrees. Yeah, sure, all right, I'll stay inside, totally fine. But when it's not 45 degrees, you want to go outside, you want to play with friends, you want to be athletic or somewhat, all right? I don't know how it is in like America, but or any other school wherever you're watching this, but you didn't have a hat, not allowed to go outside, and it's the most horrible thing ever. The sun, like even if the sun's not out, even if it's raining, you're not allowed to go out if you don't have a hat. Like you have like those caps or like those bucket hats or whatever, right? Not allowed to go outside. It's horrible. It's actually horrible, by the way. Ignore, please. I am my one of my first games back, alright? And I ended up getting a 50 bomb. Do not worry about the fact that everyone's bots here, alright? No one's a bot. Like, look at that. Constant Thorn? No, not even a bot. Anonymous? It's not bots, alright? This guy's a streamer. Anyway, what was I saying? No hat, no play. Worst rule to ever exist. All of my Australians can 100% agree. I do not care who you are. Alright, no hat, no play was the worst rule. You cannot change my mind. What other schools? Well, sorry, what other stuff is there in Australian? I mean, we have like Zupa Dupas and like Canteen. That was pretty cool. Like Zupa Dupas is like these like ice block things. I don't know if you... the other people in the countries have. I don't even know. I know Zupa Dupas is specific, but like it's like a very thin ice block, right? We have during the summers like as a reward. Let's say our team won, and then we get Zupa Dupas. Ah, best feeling, bro. Actually, the best feeling. I don't know if other schools in Australia did this. Like, comment below if other schools did this, but like they give out Christmas cards and like candy cans during Christmas. Like one or two people in the class would just give out like Christmas cards to everyone saying, "Oh, have a happy holidays," and then give out like a candy can or something. I have no idea if other schools did that, but my school certainly did. So I mean, yeah, like I mean, it was great. Like I did it one year. I was handing out like a whole bunch of Christmas cards to like it was just to the class. It's not everyone in the grade. It's just to my class. And I mean, it was cool. Like I like that. It's like a cool gesture. I don't know if other schools in Australia or around the world do that, but my school did, and I'm happy. But you want to know the ultimate way on how to get cool in school? All right, I'm rhyming. Okay, ultimate way to get cool in school was handball, or the other name for it. I'll drop the other name for it like right there. But like, it's handball was the sport if you wanted to get good in primary school, like primary school, K to six, obviously. Not year seven and above. Year seven and above is other stuff. But year kindergarten to six, all right. The better you played handball, the cooler you were in the school, the more popular you were, bro. If you and you think Fortnite's a good popular game? Oh my goodness, you think being good at Fortnite makes you cool, or being good at like Call of Duty makes you cool. Nah, nah. Handball is the place to be. Like, I'll give you a quick example, like maybe like on the screen or something like that. I'll edit it or something. But like you would have the traditional way, the four squares. I don't know, it's two squares is sometimes, six squares is sometimes even eight squares. I've seen eight squares. I mean, probably in high school, like I had like eight squares like a couple times. I don't normally play handball anymore. I'm a retired veteran from the game. All right, I retired with a good score of like 1,000 to like 3, bro. I never lost. I was the popular guy. I had a signature move as well. I'll tell you all about it. All right. So when it comes to the four squares, all right. So you had ace, which was like the best one. Kings, queens, oh ace or kings. It's yeah okay. They had ace, kings, queens, duns. Right. You can have duns, or sometimes they do kings, queens, jack, duns. But for me, it's more for me. It's more nostalgic when it's ace, kings, queens, duns. Right. The jack wasn't really. I mean, it's whatever. But we had those four, right? And usually, if you call service, right, you gotta the ace usually serves, right? Ace sometimes gets two chances, so if they get out, then they drop down to duns. If you know if they're playing by like bad rules or whatever. But like if you want to be like a real man, play it normally, all right? Play it without it. Play without that second chance for ace, all right? Even ace gets out, all right? There's like slacks, there's the what do you call it? Slogs. There's soft serves, there's lines, grabs. All right. The thing you gotta know about handball, half the time it's arguing, half the time is playing. All right. If you want to become a good debater or good arguer, play handball. Reason why, whenever someone gets out, you better fight for your life and argue like crazy, right? You if you look at like Australian schools, right, and you see people playing handball, all right, just wait 2 minutes. Just give it 2 minutes, you'll already see like friendships ending because someone got out in like someone got out in handball and they're just saying nah, I didn't get out. Alright, if you're the one getting out, you better fight for your life, alright? You better fight for your life that you stay in, bro, because once you go in reserves, usually you have to wait so long until you're out of reserve. It's so dumb. Like, some people say res, some people say rolls, and like there's all these different call outs, right? If it hits lines, usually you just like hit the ball straight in the middle of the four squares, right? And then whoever it lands on is the one you have to hit. Usually it's only the ball can only bounce once in your square, usually, but some younger, so maybe you're in kindergarten or year one and you're doing that, right? Which is totally fine, I guess. But once you get to like I don't know, year two and above, or like you're an advanced player, all right, play with one, all right, one bounce, all right, just play like a normal person, all right. And what else is there? I mean, the arguing is the number one thing you want to get good at. Like all good debaters, they do not know about handball. All right. If you're a good okay, only the best debaters can be handball players because it's just it's just arguing. That's all it is. Half the game is just arguing. And I mean, but if you win the argument, oh, you're gonna feel like you're on top of the world for winning, just like how I did when I won the game. But thank you for watching. I guess I'll maybe make a video about high school. Bye bye.